Good morning. Welcome back to another episode of Life Lessons with Mr. Beilke. Today, we have a special summer edition, and it's an extra special edition because, well, it's going to be brought to you by one of the premier principals in Southwest Michigan, Principal Paul Ihde from St. Paul Stevensville. And his tip, well, might just be the thing you're looking for in the days that are coming when this extreme heat wave hits Southwest Michigan. So, tune in, enjoy, and hopefully you'll pick up a pro tip or two.
Welcome to another edition of Life Lessons with Mr. Beilke. I am your guest host today, Mr. Ihde, and I'm just wondering if you found that summer is starting to get warm, and it's like pretty much roasting out here right now. We're in the shade, so it's okay, but you ever want to have like a backdoor get together with your friends, or maybe you're camping and you're sleeping in a pop-up camper and there's no air conditioning and it's just really hot and you want some cool air? Well, you could Google and go get a portable air conditioner. They cost right around $400, but today we're going to show you a cheaper way to do that with our own homemade DIY air conditioner. We're going to see how it goes. Okay, so down here I have all my stuff, because if you've watched previous episodes of Life with Mr. Beilke, you will know that one of his pro tips is having your materials ready to go right away. And so I listened to Mr. Beilke's advice, and here's all my stuff. You shouldn't need much, really, if you're going to be doing an air conditioner. What you need is a nondescript bucket from your local hardware store, and this is going to be your main unit. You need to have a cap for it. You have to buy that separately. Then you're going to have PVC pipe. Finally, you need a couple of extra things. Besides one of your buddies helping you out, you need to have some duct tape, a drill with a special attachment to bore a hole into your air conditioner, and you'll need a Sawzall knife or something like it. All in, this air conditioner is going to cost me right around $30. So let's get started and see how it goes. Yeah, we're teaching them how to make an air conditioner. Yeah. Oh, Aaron just told me, pro tip that Mr. Beilke hadn't mentioned. If you're going to get started with something like this, you best have a nice cold beverage nearby, just in case you either get warm or frustrated. Either way, it's a good idea to have. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is cut our PVC pipe into 3 different sections, and this is going to serve as our vents for our air conditioner. So what we'll need to do is take this very sharp Sawzall knife, move our young child, and then do some cutting. Just a second. Now that we have our first assistant helping out with cookies inside, we're going to cut this into 3 equal sections. You can eyeball it, it doesn't have to be exact. And this is a very sharp Sawzall knife. So as soon as you get it started, it cuts through pretty much like butter. Okay, we have our vents all set to go. And then we're going to turn over to our bucket. And we're going to bore 3 holes for the 3 vents. Just put it right there. All you need is a charged up drill with the boring attachment, and then making sure your fingers are out of the way, you can start boring your hole. Side diameter, and that's obviously a little bit more coffee. Make sure has at least like a 2 1/8 or 2 1/4 inch would be quite full. Was it when I was turning the ice? Was it when I was drilling holes? Oh, we'll see. Okay, so we had just filled our bucket with ice. I'm not going to bother opening again, but one thing you should note is you can put in a full bag of 7-pound ice in here, and you probably don't even have to open up the bag. But we wanted to see how cold we could get things, so we put in a couple of bags, and it's just ice inside this bucket. What you also want to make sure is that the ice doesn't go above your vents, because we want to make sure that there's nice airflow, okay? So the next thing that we're going to do is hook it up and see how cold it gets. You can pause it now. All right, so we're gonna give it a shot. I attached a couple of streamers so we could see if there was airflow out of these vents. And unfortunately, with this particular fan that we purchased, the on button is up and underneath it, so I gotta lift this guy a little bit just to see if we can get it moving. All right, there we go. You can see down here, we got some nice airflow from this guy. There's some good ones from here, and how about here? All right, so go ahead and put your hand under that. Does it feel cooler than the air?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a do-it-yourself air conditioner that you can stick in your screen tent during summer, in your camper. There is a little bit of condensation coming out, and there's certainly some dripping coming out of the pipes, but if you adjust how much ice is in there, that really should reduce some of that. We'll see how long it lasts. Some people are a little more ambitious than we are, and they actually use a cooler for this because there's better insulation, and so the ice lasts longer. But we just wanted to try it out for today, and we have a do-it-yourself pail that we're using instead of a cooler. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. We're going to take this on the road camping with us, and stay tuned for another Life Lessons with Mr. Beilke.
Wow, what a wonderful life lesson. Thank you for sharing that with us, Mr. Ihde. Now there's no excuse why any of you shouldn't be staying cool throughout the summer months. That's it for this special summer edition of Life Lessons with Mr. Beilke. As always, have a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next time.